Hello, everyone. My name is Emily. I am 27 years old, and this is the story that changed my life forever. 3 weeks ago, I buried my mother. Even now, saying those words still hurts. Her name was Sarah. She was not just my mother. She was my best friend. She was the person who raised me alone after my father left us. She taught me how to smile during difficult times. She taught me how to be kind, and she loved me more than anyone else in this world. We were never rich. We lived in a small house in Ohio, but somehow, my mother made our little home feel magical. Every Sunday, we cooked together. Every Friday night, we watched old movies together. And every birthday, she baked me the same chocolate cake. I used to laugh and tell her that she should try a different recipe someday. But now, I would give anything to taste that cake one more time. The day she died, something inside me died too. After the funeral, everyone slowly returned to their normal lives. But I couldn't. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat properly. And every morning I woke up hoping that none of this was real. Sometimes I still reached for my phone. I almost called her several times. Then I remembered she was gone. 3 weeks after her funeral, I finally decided to clean her bedroom. Honestly, I wasn't ready. Everything inside that room smelled like her. Her favorite perfume, her old books, her reading glasses. Even her favorite blue sweater was still hanging near the window. I sat on her bed and cried for almost an hour. Then I noticed something strange. There was an old wooden box inside her closet. I had never seen it before. At first, I thought it contained old photographs. But when I opened it, my heart almost stopped. Inside the box was an envelope, and written on the front in my mother's handwriting were 5 words: "For Emily, after I'm gone." Tears immediately filled my eyes. My hands started shaking because I realized something that completely broke my heart. My mother knew she was going to leave me, and somehow she had been preparing me for something I never expected. I stared at the envelope for several minutes. My hands were shaking so badly that I could barely breathe. It felt like my mother was sitting beside me again. Tears rolled down my cheeks as I slowly opened the envelope. Inside was a handwritten letter. I immediately recognized her handwriting, and suddenly I missed her more than ever. My sweet Emily, if you are reading this, then I am no longer with you. I covered my mouth and started crying. Even after her death, she was still talking to me. Please don't be angry with God, and please don't blame yourself. You gave me more happiness than I ever dreamed of. I couldn't stop crying. My tears kept falling onto the paper, but somehow hearing her words brought me comfort. Then I reached the next paragraph, and suddenly my heartbeat became faster. Emily, there is something I never told you. I wiped away my tears and continued reading. For 23 years, I kept this secret inside my heart. 23 years? What secret? I wanted to tell you many times, but I was afraid of losing you. I felt completely confused. Then my eyes reached the final line, and I froze. The man you called your father was never your real father. My entire body became cold. I read the sentence again, And then again. My mother had kept this secret from me my whole life. I didn't sleep that night. I sat on the floor beside her bed until sunrise, holding her letter against my chest and wondering how many more secrets were hidden inside those pages. The next morning, I continued reading the letter. Honestly, I was terrified. Part of me wanted to stop, but another part desperately needed answers. Emily, your real father never abandoned you. I stopped breathing for a second. He loved you more than anything, but fate separated us before he even knew you were born. Tears filled my eyes again. Then I reached a photograph inside the envelope. It was old and slightly faded. A young man was smiling beside my mother, and strangely, he had my eyes. Attached to the photograph was one final note. His name was Daniel Parker, and if fate is kind, perhaps one day you will meet the family you never knew existed. At the bottom of the letter, my mother had written one last message. Promise me something, my sweet girl. Don't spend your life searching for what you lost. Spend your life appreciating what you still have. I cried harder than I had cried at her funeral, because even after death, my mother was still protecting my heart. A soft breeze touched my face, and somehow I felt as if she was smiling too. Maybe love doesn't end when someone dies. Maybe the people we lose never truly leave us, because mothers, even after saying goodbye, still find ways to hold their children's hands, and I will carry her love with me for the rest of my life. The end.